UFC Vegas 112 is the final card of the ESPN era, and I am going to celebrate by playing Underdog Fantasy. Not quite the celebration, because I do this every single week, and we have been wildly successful in doing so. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say higher or lower than any of the numbers you see on the screen, you slap a few of them together, and you can make some very real money. The only thing you need to do to get free money from them is go to wewantpicks.com/underdog. Use promo code WWP. They'll give you $75 instantly. $75 free dollars instantly in your account that you could use on whatever the hell entry you want. The only thing you need to do is come in here and build yourself a little one. So come in here, use promo code WWP, build yourself a nice little $5 entry, get your $75 instantly, and do what you want. I'm going to focus very, very squarely on UFC Vegas 112. If you know anything about video games, bang, add that in the mix. College basketball, boom. Boxing, bang. Darts, basketball, boom, bang, boom, ping, pong, pow. You can mix and match sports. You can do any sport you want. All you're doing is saying higher or lower. You're putting a few together. You're getting paid. Get the free money. wewantpicks.com/underdog. Promo code WWP. Let's go ahead and look at this card. A couple of interesting lines here that stood out. First of all, Brandon Royval, 84.5 significant strikes. This gentleman has set more than one significant strike record. I think he's durable enough to withstand any counter striking that comes his way from an Kape. And I think the higher makes a lot of sense. What is interesting, though, is if we take a look at the fight minutes, 17.5 fight minutes. 15 minutes is 3 rounds. 17.5 is 3.5 rounds. 3.5 rounds seems to be the standard round line here. I do think it goes over that. But if we take a look, we're doing some crazy math here. If we take a look and we do some Goodwill Hunting math at the amount of significant strikes Brandon Royval lands per minute, and we extrapolate that out to 17.5 minutes, 84.5 significant strikes is a very good number. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in instead of counting on the fight time. Giga Chikadze. I don't think he's going to finish Kevin Vallejos, and I don't think Kevin Vallejos is going to finish Giga Chikadze. I get Kevin hits hard. I get that he's fast. I get that he's been impressive, but Giga is still Giga. Even if he's older and washed a little bit, he is still durable. He is still viable. There's no way he's getting finished by this kid, so we're going to do the lower on a finish there. Cesar Almeida and Cezary Oleksichuk, 2 high-level kickboxers, 2 big, powerful strikers. I'm ignoring this one. I'm ignoring it. Too much risk there. Melt Costa, 14.99 fight minutes. That's a little tricky because I do think this goes the distance. It should. They're both tough. They're both durable, but I got a better line elsewhere, so we're going to leave that alone and do the higher on the takedowns for Morgan Charrier. I do think he shoots a couple of takedowns in this fight. Melt Costa is obviously very slick on the ground, so Morgan may not come out as wrestle heavy as he has in some other fights, but this is just 2 takedowns. Melk's a weird striker. I could see Morgan shooting the takedowns just to shoot him. Like, let me get a takedown in. I don't like how this is going. If we work our way down, Amanda Lemos has a 24.5 significant strike line. If we jump into some previous fights of hers, what is interesting is that's not an insane number. It seems ridiculously low, but what's been happening in her career is people have been trying to take her down and take her down and take her down because she is such a good striker. So when people try to take her down, her volume ends up being low. Her last fight against Tatiana Suarez, she only landed 23 significant strikes because she spent the entire fight with her back against the cage. The fight before that against Eisman Lucindo, a fight that she won by decision, she only landed 12 significant strikes. Before that, she loses to Verna, she lands 2. In a 3-round decision win, she lands 41. Against Wei Li, she lands 24, 29, 27, 50. She is a very low volume striker. I'm just going to shoot the shot here and do the lower. I think Jillian's just going to immediately start grabbing legs, shooting on her, trying to hold her against the cage, get her to the ground. We're going to do the lower. It's a little risky, but given her history, we just got to go with what we have. I'm not touching the Neil Magny line because he is who he is. He has the most amount of wins in the history of the welterweight division. What I am going to touch, though, is the newcomer's takedown line. This guy's a wrestling beast. He's a wrestling savage. This is what he does. He shoots takedown after takedown after takedown. Neil Magny gets taken down. Let's assume he stays safe. He weasels his way up once. There'll be a second takedown right behind it. The fact that it's only 1.5, I'll take that. I am not touching these sloppy heavyweight debuts. The Melissa Croden, Luana Santos fight, I'm not touching that. Luana Santos probably does not get 2 takedowns, but she is a judo practitioner, and she might toss Melissa to the ground. Tereza Bleda hasn't fought in 2 years, so we're going to leave her the hell alone. And then we have AJ Frye. This is the first time I've seen Rocky in the mix. Alan Rocky Frye. I've seen AJ. I've seen Alan. I've never seen the Rocky component. 16.5 significant strikes. This is 2 UFC debuts that don't even belong on Contender Series, let alone the UFC. We're going to leave that alone. So here is our entry. Let's go ahead and take a look here. If we throw $20 at it, we're going to get quite the payout, a 10x payout. We've got Brandon Royval higher on his significant strike line. Kevin Vallejos lower on the finish. Morgan Charrier higher on the takedowns. Amanda Lemos lower on the significant strikes. And Yaroslav Amosov higher on his takedowns. We're the safe boys here, so we're going to lock that in as a flex play. And that is our entry. Guys, if you like this entry, fantastic news for all of us. If you hate it, that is fine too. Just get your free money. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WW